qawli wa ba'd. My dear pilgrims, inshallah, thank you so much for the time we took to go around to see the practical aspect of Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Though the special needs for men are not many as that of the women, but I'll mention some. Number one and most important is medications. Make sure that if you have any illness that will hinder your Hajj, try to get the medicine for it. Or you take the medication with you, with a prescription from the doctor. Why? Because maybe sometimes they do not have such kind of drugs. They may think it's an illicit drug. So if you have the prescription, alhamdulillah, you can present it before them. Likewise, taking aids, hearing aids or glass or whatever. If you think you need an eyeglass, you need hearing aid, it's all allowed for you to take it. At the same time, the clothes that you are going to wear, at least maybe, sometimes some of the Nigerians, you'll see someone carrying a big bag with babariga. Some of them will take 5 babariga. What are you going to do with 5 babariga? You are there for ibadah. So I think maybe you may need maybe some clothes that will be changing now and then, but not as many as some people think they are. Carrying many babariga, many of clothes. But make sure you take the one that will be enough for you. At least maybe either 5 sets or 6 or 7, depending on yourself. And then soft and sponge. Yes, it's better, to everyone that is soft he used to use during his fasting. Try to have like maybe 2 or 3 so that you can take it to the Holy Land. And your sponge. Brush and toothpaste also. And then remember to have slippers for even taking your bath. More especially the Nigerian slippers are really good. If you miss this Nigerian slippers, you don't have it. If you buy made in China, before you know, they will start itching your leg. So try to buy 1 or 2 slippers. Maybe you can give one to your brother. Maybe yaji, the one that, because their food is not as tasty as ours. So maybe you need some ingredient that will make it better. The Vaseline is also there. And any other thing that you think you need it, you please take it. So these are some of the things. Yesterday we talked about the Ziyarah in Medina. The Ziyarah in Medina and the virtues of Medina are paramount. Number one, Medina has a position in Islam. It's the second city of revelation. In all the Quran, you have Makkiyat and Madaniyat. You have either a surah that was revealed in Mecca or Medina. So that gives Medina a virtue that is one of the cities where the revelation of the Quran took place. And Messenger ﷺ also said, whosoever has the ability to ask Allah to die in Medina should do so, because I'm going to intervene for him on the day of judgment. So Medina is very, and also we should love the people of Medina, because loving of the people of Medina is part of Iman, as mentioned by the Messenger ﷺ. It's also the city of Hijrah. When the Messenger was chased out of Mecca, he took to Medina. They gave him a political asylum there. And Medina is the headquarters of the Islamic Caliphate. That's why the Messenger lived for 10 years and he died there. His grave is there. So we are going to Medina. Going to Medina is not attached to our Hajj. It's a separate ibadah. So going to Medina is independent. The only relationship that is between our Hajj and Medina is in the miqat. Is it clear? So that's the only relationship. If you perform Hajj without going to Medina, your Hajj is complete. And Umrah without going to Medina is complete. But you go to Medina in order to visit Messenger's masjid, where if you pray there, it's more than 1,000 multiples. So you can see how important it is. And the Rawda is there. Rawda is a vegetation. It's a garden of Jannah. That is to say, between the member among the Prophet ﷺ to his house is part of Jannah. Allah has excavated the part of Jannah and put it there between the pupil of the Messenger and the house of the Messenger ﷺ. The grave of the Messenger is there. And for Rawda, there is nothing attached to it more than, being it a garden of Jannah. But if you're opportuned to be there, you pray either 2 rakats or 4 or whatever, and you ask Allah to make this entering into the part of Jannah, to make it a permanent abode for you in the day of judgment. That's the importance of Rawdah. And maybe the other thing is the pillars that are there. There's a pillar where the messenger used to pray. It's honor to Aisha, the pillar of Aisha, because Aisha was the one that showed the Sahaba where the messenger used to pray, and that pillar is named a pillar of Aisha's pillar. Another one is Mihrab, where the messenger alayhi salatu wasalam prayed. Then the graveyard of the messenger, if we're going for ziyarah of messenger's grave, you remember that shirk. So you just salute the messenger in the same manner I mentioned. Then Baqiya, the graveyard where more than 10,000 Sahabas were buried. And all the wives of messenger except Khadija and Maimuna, they are also buried there. All the children of messenger alayhi salatu wasallam were also buried there. So going to that Baqiya and salute them is also part of ziyarah. Then the next one is the Masjid al-Quba, where that is the first masjid that was erected even before the messenger's masjid. The Quba masjid was built or was initiated by the first ambassador of Islam, the first envoy, that is Mus'ab bin Umair. When the people of Medina accepted Islam and they wanted the messenger to come to Medina, they asked him to send someone that is going to teach them Islam. So he sent that ambassador, that is Mus'ab bin Umair. When he came, the tribe of Banu Sulaim took him in. They gave him shelter and he was staying there, so they have an area there where they are praying. That is where the Masjid Quba is. Quba is an area in Medina. So that masjid, the Messenger ﷺ was asked to be going there and be praying. And he said, whosoever performs ablution from his house or hotel and goes to Masjid Quba and pray 2 rakats, it will be like performing an Umrah. So you have the reward of performing Umrah when you go to Masjid Quba. This is one of the places of ziyarah. And another one is Shuhada Uhud, where the Battle of Uhud took place in the 3rd year of after Hijrah. The Messenger ﷺ defeated the Kuffars of Mecca at Battle of Badr, and they came in thousands, about 3,000 of them, with the intention of destroying Medina, and they were also defeated, but there are casualties from the side of the Muslim, and some of them, about 72 of them, died during the battle. These are the people that are lying there, and you go and salute them. Assalamu alaikum dara qawmi mu'minin wa inna insha'Allah bikum lahiqun. This is another important place. But all other places, like Masjid al-Qiblataini, where you have 2 directions of the Qibla, is just for history. It's not there's nothing attached to it. You cannot have any other reward by praying there. Going to Khandak, where the Battle of Khandak took place, also you are going there for historical purpose. At the same time, other masajid like the Masjid of Abu Bakr, Masjid al-Gumama, Masjid Umar, Masjid Abu Zarin, Masjid Ali, Masjid Usman, all of them are just historical sites. But these are the most important places in Medina. So that's what takes you to Medina. And after finishing all this visitation, when you are coming to Makkah, that's where the relationship between Medina and your Hajj starts. That is to say, you are now changing your miqat from the one that was given to us by the messenger to that of Medina. Why? Because he said, Hunna lahunna wa liman ata alayhinna liman arada hajj al-umrah. These stations that I have mentioned said by the messenger are for the people of those that are there and those that come to them to visit them. So if you go now to Medina, your miqat has changed from Juhufa to Zulhulayfa, and that's where the relationship is. You take your intention, declare the intention from that miqat, and that's the relationship only that we have between we and the people of Medina. This is what I just want to remind us, inshallah Rabbil Alameen. So I will leave the forum for question and answers, contribution and suggestions. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Akwai wanda bai ji abin da muka ce ba ko dai? To a maimaita? No. Okay. Yeah, anything that is having scent is not allowed. It's not allowed. So you can apply it before declaring the intention. But after the declaration of the intention, you cannot use perfume or any other thing that has scent on it until you finish your. That's why tomato is very easy. If you finish Umrah, you remove it. But for those that took the intention or take the intention, declare the intention of Hajj alone, or declare the intention of Hajj and Umrah combined, Iran, they will remain in the state of that Ihram. And all the prohibitions are there until on the 10th of the Hijjah. Now, for example, the people of Nasarawa state, their pilgrims are already in the Holy Land. And they will spend maybe 9 days in Medina. So the remaining about 38 days or 40 days in Mecca. So take, for example, you leave Medina and you are going to remain in Mecca for 20 something days before the days of Mecca, and you remain in that Ihram. It's not an easy task. So that is why tamattu is the easiest, simplest, and most rewardable. Because I mentioned the reason why they said it's rewardable yesterday, that the messenger said, after the Hajj al-Hajj wa Fajj, the best of all Hajj is the Hajj in which animal sacrifice is made, and at the same time talbiyah is chanted as many as possible. And in Ifrad there is no sacrifice, it's only Qiran and Tamattu. So the messenger did perform the Hajj Qiran, but after the performance of the Hajj, those that did the Tamattu removed their Ihram and resumed their normal dressing. The messenger said, if I had known, I would have done the same. So by saying if I had known shows that Tamattu is the best. Yeah. Jazakallahu khaira. Now, wa alaikum assalam. Dr. Salim.
For those living from Mina on the 7th, now, if you are living on the 7th, can you delay wearing your ihram until you reach Mina?
Of course, of course. You can delay wearing your ihram. You don't need even to wear it if you want. You wait until when you are in Muna the next day, that is in the morning. You take your ritual bath. There are toilets and bathroom in Muna. Then you wear your ihram and declare the intention for Hajj. And if you want to wear the ihram for a hotel, it's the same, but don't declare the intention until on the X day. Jazakallahu khairan. Shukran.
Also, what of something like Vaseline? Like,
Vaseline.
Because there will be a lot of trekking.
Yeah.
So some people normally have.
And that's why Saudi Arabia have unscented Vaseline. Saudi have it. I don't know whether it is here in Nigeria, but Saudi has unscented Vaseline that you don't feel anything, any smell. So you can buy such kind of Vaseline. Or if it's available in Nigeria, you buy it from here and go, because everything is expensive there. Please try to buy anything that you want from here if you want to buy it, because actually things are expensive due to our Naira devaluation. Because Naira is now about 250 per real, 250 Naira. So if you buy something 10 real, it is 2,500. So you can see how devaluated our money is. So if you are buying it here, sometimes it's cheaper here. The Vaseline that you are buying here, I bought the big one, the big Vaseline, 1,500. But there when I went to buy the middle one, it is 30 reals. And 30 reals is about how many thousand? 6,000. 7,000, 7,000. 7,500. So it's not easy. So anything that you know is motorable, is transportable, please buy it from here. Your sponge, your soap, and everything, because they are too expensive actually. It's an advice, so to say. But I know you are rich, you have big money. Now, sir. Nawaf. Until after the days of Mina. Yes. Traditional dress? Yes, of course. In fact, most of my Hajj is only once I did with this era, because I really it's not easy. What I always do is I have my cleaver, I will shave my head. After stoning the general, I have already gotten the 2 rights. So I will remove that ihram and put the traditional attire and go to haram. Most of my tawaful ifada, I did it in this traditional attire. So you can do that. In fact, you will see a lot of people there with their traditional dress.
Well, you have to cut the hair before you can remove the.
No, it depends. Because what I'm afraid of is, they said 2. You have already paid for Hadiah, isn't it? But you are not sure whether it has been slaughtered or not. But this one, you are sure that you have stoned the Jamra and you have shaved your head. There was a time I forgot my cleaver. So I have to trek within that distance because I'm not sure whether it has been done. And there was another time When I said to myself, Kai, it has been slaughtered. I just remove it. And Allah accepted it because you assume that you have paid and already the money it is morning, they will start slaughtering them. Yeah. So you assume they have started with yours. Jazakumullah khair. Wa alaikum assalam.
The supplication at Zamzam
Naam.
for water.
Now,
I heard you say a single prayer or something like that.
well, there is a prayer given by the messenger. Also, some scholars are saying, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan wasi'an wa shifa'an min kulli saqmin. That, oh Allah, I ask you for a good knowledge, wa rizqan wasi'an, and a sustenance that is good also, and then wa shifa'an min kulli da'in, and cure from all illness. This prayer is reported from the Sahaba that they used to say it. But you know our own, maybe Nadala and what have you. So if you are going to drink Zamzam, maybe your contract is hooking. Oh Allah, release that contract for me. Oh Allah, I need this. Oh Allah, I need that. The all wishes that you have, you can put them inside during the drinking of Zamzam. Yes. Alaikum salam.
After the Hajj, you have 3-4 days left. On how you ride, you don't have a place. Those upstairs, they are you get the same way.
Exactly, is allowed. It's just sunnah for you to do it behind Maqam. For demarcation for what? No. No, you see, when we say Maqam Ibrahim, when you look at the Kaaba, the moment you pass the Hajar al-Aswad, the here, Maqam Ibrahim is where this camera is. Anything behind, whether up or down, they're all behind Maqam Ibrahim. Jazakallah khair. Now, okay, 1 o'clock. So, Alhamdulillah.